107.5 WBLS. Welcome inside the warmth and comfort of the most serene place to be in. This is the Quiet Storm, and it's time for Confessions of Love. And fellas, I said this beautiful lady is coming, and she is here. A voluptuous urban model who we have gotten to know a little bit on reality TV. And the show was, of course, and is Love and Hip Hop New York. It is an honor and pleasure to welcome a lady who has graced many covers and has been in many magazines. Tahiry, it is nice to welcome you to the Quiet Storm. Thank you for coming by tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You are quite busy these days, huh?
Yeah, you can say that a little.
It's a good busy.
A very good busy. A very blessed.
You know, we've, of course, gotten to see you on, like I said just a moment ago, in many magazines. And then when the reality TV opportunity came along, we got to kind of know the lady just a little bit more. But I know that reality TV doesn't really give a full perspective on a person. And that's why I was so happy that the invitation was accepted by you to kind of come in tonight so we could sit down and have a conversation, because I had a chance to kind of tap into your mind a little bit just by observing you. And I'm kind of curious to know your perspective, because I know you have a strong opinion on a lot of things when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
You've been down the road of love on many angles, as we've learned just even moments ago.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
It will be. And ladies and gentlemen, fellas, if you have any particular situation that you might be challenged with tonight, I want to invite you to call us up and get Tahirys' perspective on it. I mean, I think you shoot from the hip.
Absolutely.
You seem to be a very straight-up woman who kind of talks about what she needs to talk about and let her feelings out.
I'm very expressive.
I love that.
I don't know how to be any other way.
Look, you have two options tonight. You can look at us online as well. If you go to WBLS.com, click on the Quiet Storm page, and go to LennyGreen.com, you can see us behind the scenes. We will continue the conversation. But one thing I wanted to scratch the surface with tonight, can a friend with benefits, if you start a relationship with benefits,
right, can
it really lead to a good, committed relationship?
It can, because I believe that the core of every relationship is a friendship. So in order for it to be a successful relationship, you would have to have that base of a friendship. It's building a foundation.
Well, depending on how long you've known this person.
Right.
Now, if it started, because, you know, we don't get to understand the intellect of a person right away.
Right.
We kind of see them for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And
you meet their representative.
You're 15 of them before you actually kind of get to the real person.
Okay.
So I wonder sometimes if we ever get to really know the person after a period.
Well, you know, from my experiences, I would say that you can be with somebody 10 years and every day you learn. You think you know someone and every day you learn something new about them.
I agree.
So I don't think you could ever stop learning or getting to know someone. It's kind of like being a doctor. Like, there's always something new coming up and something more you have to study. And that's one profession I refuse to
be a doctor.
Yeah, because it's just a whole lot, right? That's just like, and I've always looked at being in a relationship that way. Like, you don't never know. There's always something new.
It is, and I like things to happen in relationships. I don't want to know everything right away.
Absolutely not. It takes away from the excitement.
I agree.
The tomorrow.
I totally agree.
You guys get bored.
We get bored?
Yeah, I mean,
y'all get bored too.
We'll both get bored if we know everything right away. Like, what's the excitement? What's
Do you agree that women pick men?
I agree that women know what they're going to do with that person when they see them.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that we women know.
So you select the men?
Yeah. Are we gonna make them wait? Are we just gonna keep them in the friendship category? Are we going to just, kind of make him the boy toy? Am I just going to ignore him? I think we know that for a fact.
Her name is Tahiry, and she is with us tonight. Tahiry from Love and Hip Hop New York. Give us a call. Give her a call if you're a big fan of the show, a big fan of Tahirys. 1-855-453-6694. I'm going to put you in a musical zone tonight, Tahiry.
Yes.
Here's Robert Glasper, Inside the Quiet Storm. Thank you for joining us online tonight. We really appreciate the love in a great way. This beautiful lady really needs no introduction, because she has been plastered all over the TV for quite some time and doing her thing in a great way. And you're doing your thing in a greater way these days, because now you're starting to expand your wings.
Yes.
But you've been expanding your wings from a business perspective for a long time. What kind of got you into urban modeling?
It started online. It started on YouTube videos, little clips that myself and my ex-boyfriend, who was my boyfriend at the time, we just started playing around with the internet, and it just snowballed into something bigger. I really wasn't aware that it was. I really didn't think it would get to this point, though. It was just fun at the moment. So that's where it all began, the internet.
So you had a different perspective and a different direction that you were thinking about going down at one point.
Yes.
We should mention that you do have a college education.
I do. I graduated from John Jay College of Criminal Justice. I have a bachelor's degree.
Woo!
Yeah.
Scared of you.
I did. That was the plan. That was plan A. That, eventually became plan B. It was kind of like, I remember graduating, looking at my mom, giving her the degree and saying, hold that. And she's like, you did it for me. I said, no, I did it for us. But there's something bigger out there for me. I didn't know what it was. I was just willing to take chances. It didn't help much that September 11 had just happened, and I was a little scared about going into the criminal justice field because a lot of the people in the school building were stuck at the Twin Towers.
Right.
So then that's when I took my break, and that just opened doors to a lot of other stuff. So I started to waitress, bartend, hostess. And I realized that I came alive at night behind a bar, and that I enjoyed music, money, and men.
Music, money, and men.
And meals. Because I worked in restaurants.
Oh, really?
So, and then, I worked as a bartender in strip clubs for like about 5 years, and guys would walk in, and I made great money. And then music makes my world go round. So I had everything. It was perfect, and I was making so much money I didn't care.
So you were one of these, what they call now, star tenders, right?
Well, I started the whole star. Well, when I did my first cover, I would call myself a star tender. But a couple years ago, we didn't have Instagram and Twitter, so I wasn't really tweeting it. But I used to say, hey, I'm the star tender. I used to tell the DJs, like, shout me out. So yeah, I was the originator, and I'm holding that. Yeah, I'm taking that crown.
Hey, look, I don't blame you. Take it and wear it proudly. Yeah. They say it's the thin line between stripper and star tender.
My mom said the same thing years ago, and I told her I didn't have that chip in me. I don't look at these women, belittle them, say, I would never. I just say that you have to have a special chip or really be desperate. Some women do it for different reasons. I knew for a fact I didn't have it. I remember for my birthday, they asked me to get on stage. I had clothes on, of course, because nowadays they barely wear clothes. Bartenders barely wear clothes. But right. And I'm saying back then, I'm saying maybe 3 years ago. I remember getting on stage, and all of a sudden I was stiff, and I did the robot. Like, I was not sexy anymore. So yeah, that's not. I'm kind of shy, so I don't know if I can.
You're not kind of shy.
I'm kind of shy.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's far from shy. This is her brand new 2014 calendar, and there's not a shy page in this that I've seen.
Well, those are
This is the second calendar. Can
photo
we add that?
shoots. Yeah, it's actually second and third calendar cover. I did 2013 with Hot 97 Heavy Hitters. 2012 with Camilo DJ Enough, but this Yeah, I'm shy.
Shy.
Yes.
Well, we do have a lot of personalities. I didn't know Tori and stuff have a lot of personalities, but that doesn't look shy to me. Nah, that doesn't look shy to me either. No. And September, my birthday month, really doesn't look. September doesn't look shy to me. Does it look shy to you?
Look at them bangs. Well, you know what it is. After a couple years of look at them bangs. That's what I'm
not paying attention to no bangs.
After a couple years of taking pictures, like I'm a pro. Like it'll take me days to get it together, or to even give you the sexy face. Now I can do it in a heartbeat.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is August? Let's see August.
August is not as good as September, though. No, every month. Trust me, every month is a great
I have a favorite picture every day. Oh no, that's one of my favorites. Look at that face.
That's August.
There's a little bang there.
I got a bang. I look at the bang. I look at the hair and makeup. You guys look at everything else.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, shouldn't we? Her name is Tahiri, just in case you just
and
don't
she's
know.
shy.
She's shy, yeah. If she's shy, I'm shy.
Right.
I am. But see, most people don't think that I'm shy. But I have to be open to a degree. Otherwise, if I came in here and just sat with my arms crossed, you would have a boring moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
You would not be here.
I have candles. I have Patron.
And you're romantic.
Yes, this is amazing.
It is amazing. That means you must like bubble baths.
Yes, that's where actually I do most of my thinking.
Really?
Yeah.
So every day, a bubble bath every day?
I would have to I wouldn't say bubbles, but I bathe. Like I lay there and I think. That's where I get my ideas. That's where I can breathe easy.
Fellas, ladies who take bubble baths, really sensual, really sexy, and that's all I'm going to say. we'll hold that right there. Let's talk about relationships.
Yes.
Something that I've been down quite a few, and I'm sure you've been through quite a few situations.
I'll drink to that.
I know that's right. I'm going to drink with you. Red flags.
Oh, God.
Red flags.
Okay.
Red flags in relationships. What's one of your top two pet peeves when it comes to got to get out of here? Aside from him maybe being a Virgo.
That was a good one. Just running around everywhere with your phone. Like if you can't, like if you go to the bathroom, if you're going to bed, you're hiding the phone. If like you're like literally stuck to your phone.
But aren't you?
Yes, but I can leave my phone in front of you, and if you ask me for a code because you might have to use my phone, not because you want to be nosy, I'm not gonna jump at you being in my phone because you're using it, afraid that something might pop up or that you might see something. I'm very free with in a relationship. You should just all be able to let it hang out, literally.
So if you came into a relationship and he was prone to lock his phone, would you tell him you would prefer not to, or would you try to?
Old Tahiri, locks weren't permitted at home.
I'm sorry, before you got, you met the guy. You met the guy. Mm-hmm. He was used to doing this.
You don't tell the guy early on. You'll scare him. You tell him later. No, you tell him like no. Well, you know what it is that when you meet a guy first, everything is really cool. You're not jealous, but when emotions get involved, that's when the craziness starts to come out, and that's just me being honest as a woman.
And emotions get involved when sex get involved.
And that's and that's when we start acting crazy, or you guys might act crazy. However, today, good sex. Today, mature Tahiri doesn't really care about your codes because I must keep one on mine just in case I lose my phone.
You lose it, yeah.
So just you running around really on your phone being scared, whispering in the other room, or if, just certain signs of, you being very just
secretive.
Yeah. What's another one?
Let's take it to the bedroom.
Huh?
Let's take it to the bedroom.
Bedroom? Oh, the lack of sex.
The
lack of.
I agree. The lack of sex, ladies and gentlemen. You'll never have that in the Quiet Storm. This is Tahiri going on here.
What he did.
One 107.5 WBLS. This is the Quiet Storm. Soft and warm, nice and comfortable. And I am comfortable tonight. It is nice to welcome a young lady who I've been seeing doing a lot. She's grown a lot, and she is coming out even stronger now. She just released another calendar, and a beautiful calendar at that. It's called Intimacy 2014. And Tahiri, I must commend you on your professionalism, on the attire that you've selected, on the poses that you've given us, and on the sensual acting. Because these are acting moments that you have brought to realization for myself and the trillion of men that will enjoy this 2014 calendar.
I have to laugh because I couldn't have said it better.
It's beautiful.
Great description.
Hey, look,
I would have ran out and bought one.
You know what, fellas? How can they get them?
On TahiriOnline.com.
Tahiri Online. Can you spell Tahiri for everybody?
Tahiry.
Go right now. If you're watching us online, go right now and just see what I have the luxury of enjoying at the moment. This beautiful lady before me, and I'm a September guy. So for those of you who are born,
Virgo.
I am a Virgo. I'm at the top of her list of haters. She hates. She's throwing arrows.
I didn't say I hated Virgos.
But for those of you watching online, this is September, and I'm going to keep September up until September comes. But wonderful work.
Thank
As a
you
matter
very
of fact, I would like to give, fellas, if you are single, because I don't want to get you in trouble if you're in a relationship. So if you're single, the fifth person to give me a call at 1-855-453-6694. Please, I will hook you up with a beautiful calendar of Tahirys.
I'm excited for them.
I'm excited for them too, but I definitely need mine. Tahiri, we were talking about red flags in relationships. We're going to come back and talk about more red flags in relationships. What are some of her red flags that she looks out for? And what are some of the red flags you look out for? Join us online for the conversation. We'll come back with Tahiri in just a moment inside of The Quiet Storm. It's 107.5 WBLS.
That voice, Lord.
What? Oh.
This phone isn't charging, and I want to Instagram that I'm here so people could tune in.
Oh. Is it turned off? Bob. Are we still?
Oh.
So thank you for being patient and watching and locking in with us tonight on the Quiet Storm. This beautiful lady is Miss Tahiry Jose, and doing her thing in a big way, doing her thing in a wonderful way. You're an entrepreneur, so on many levels. Obviously, this is a business venture. We should
Absolutely.
say. And what better way? I mean, if you're working for a magazine and you're featured in it, why not just come out with your own damn calendar?
Yeah, pretty much.
So wonderful. If I only had a body, ladies, I would do the same thing. But I'm still in the construction, so that won't happen no time soon. Let's talk about just things in general when it comes to relationships. I am kind of puzzled based on how we don't really communicate in relationships. And we were talking about social networking. I just feel that we communicate so badly these days, unlike from back in the day. We've stopped this. We've stopped having conversation. We talk now around each other.
We can't even go to dinner without being in.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, like
I observed a young couple. They just walked into the restaurant. They sat down. First thing they did was just get on their phones for like 10 minutes.
I've caught myself doing that.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
I'm telling you, it's horrible.
But you get caught up in it, and I get it. But how do we break this cycle now that where we at right now, where technology is, and these phones are attached to our hip?
Well, my friends and I started this whole let's leave the phones in the middle of the table, and if you pick it up, then you'll pay the bill. So
that's a very good.
We started doing that because it was ridiculous how I call it caught in the matrix. Everybody's just caught in the matrix. I think social media. I mean, just the whole internet. It's great on one aspect, but it's kind of like the demise of like relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, back then you would have to run around with a pen and get somebody's number, and now you can just DM someone. It's just so much easier. These women are out on Instagram in all types of ways. It's so I've questioned how can men be faithful today, like with all these things happening.
Well, the question is, when does a person get to a level of I've had enough and I'm ready to kind of just settle out? I've come up with an age, and I think I've heard you on one of these talk shows. Like when do men stop doing what they do?
I don't think that age is.
Really?
You've come up with what's your age?
The age that I came up with was 40. I would say.
I might not disagree with you.
By 40, men and women, because let's not fool ourselves. Women are doing just as much.
I'm not gonna find a man till I'm 40. Lord Jesus.
No, you're fine.
This is what I came to the Quiet Storm for. 40.
No. You'll find it before, but I'm just saying, I think a person should have everything out of their system. Hopefully.
Okay, so here's the thing. I kind of agree with you, but not really, because you also have to think about a person is a person. I've known 40-year-olds that act like they're 16.
I agree.
I know 40-year-olds that I'm like, when are you gonna stop?
Yeah.
Then I've known 23-year-olds that are married and they don't cheat. Like I've met, not many, but far and few I've met men, they said that they won't risk what they have at home for any of this outside.
So it depends on the individual.
It depends on the individual. I, for one, was ready at 20, like ready to wrap it up,
Really?
bring everything. I've always been a relationship-based person. It isn't until today that I started to date, and I thought it would be easy, kind of like, when you have, you're riding a bike, but then I found out I needed training wheels and a helmet because I was lost in this dating world.
Hey,
so it's a person. It depends on the person. Age is nothing but a number.
It is nothing but a
It's
number.
experiences also.
But see, men get a bad take when we date younger women as opposed to ladies. Ladies, because younger guys, I'm sure you get a lot of men who just come at you pretty hard.
The older I get, the younger they get.
Of course.
And then I question. I'm like, I'm not playing Nintendo with you guys. Like, it's not happening. Like,
No,
what
but
do we have in common?
I mean, look, my first experience was an older woman who was 10 years my senior. So with, And I guess ladies may think the same way. When you're 21, 22, and you meet a woman, you see all the girls around 20, they don't have a lot going on for themselves, and you see a woman who's 32, and you're like, oh,
Attractive.
it's attractive. You know, you're very independent. You have your own. You're not living at home. You think
You're like
on your
sugar
own.
mama. Nah.
Well, yeah, they do that these days. That's for sure. But the opposite way, you know, it's like, I'm a dirty old man if I date somebody who is.
That's
who's
kind of
younger.
true, but I mean, I think if they both have like a shock value to it, because if my grandmother was to walk in and say, "Hey, I'm with the pool boy," and I'll look and he's like 23, I'd be like, "Really?"
Yeah, no, that's a bit
and
much.
same thing. Like I think there's a shock value to both. I don't know, but you guys do get it. I remember my dad, you going through the midlife crisis, the whole, drop top red convertible with the youngin'. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I'm not going to even touch that, but
I was like, Dad.
that was a nice little. That was a nice little jab.
That's
though.
what I envision that when I hear a man is dating a younger woman.
Really?
I'm like, oh yeah, midlife
Why
crisis.
can't it be based on the fact that he tried dating women around his age?
Because what do you guys have in common, really? Think about it.
I'm not going high school or freshman in college.
No, what do you really think about
Well,
it?
like you just said it. You said it just clearly just a moment ago. You said a person who's 23 could have a very, very mature mind. So again, it's based on individualism.
You got me on that one. It is based on
Checkmate.
the individual. No, yeah, definitely. Again, to me, age is nothing but a number. I might wind up with an older man, period. So I mean, really. 'Cause
Well, when you were younger, did you date
I dated older.
how much older? 60.
No,
20.
no, at 20, probably about 35.
Wow.
That was one guy. And then, but they were always older. Maybe at 19, 24.
So you never dated men around your age?
No. Now I've dated younger.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what happens. It's
Yeah.
weird, and I say that all the time.
And how is it?
It depends on the individual. At times, it's just like they want to do things that I've already done, so it's kind of unfair for them.
Right.
Because, and this is just dating, not just, because I can just take them for a ride
Yeah.
but this is dating because I like to get to know the person. I'm kind of like a relationship-based individual, so it's kind of, it takes away from their experience, but I'm kind of bored because I already did it, and to me it seemed childish, which is why I rather date a older person today. But this dating world is crazy. This is why I tell you, I thought I was good until I realized I need a helmet and some training wheels, and this dating thing I don't get.
Hey, look, understand something. I know you ladies have your fair share of problems and bumps and challenges you'll go through, but you will be surprised to know that we as men who are single go through the same kind of bumps and challenges and flat lines and the whole drama situation just as much, if not more.
I don't doubt it. I don't. Now that I'm older, I can see that. When I was younger, I was just like, to me, men were just, they're just doing what they do, and they were the bad person in my story, and from watching Dad or whatever. But today I get it. I get, I had a friend who was like 33, and I was like, dude, why are you still single? What's the problem?
And it's not really a problem.
He was great on paper, good looking, hardworking. There was no problem. It's just that it's hard out here.
Would you date a man with children? Does that matter?
Today it doesn't, no. And it's not that I'm lowering my standards. It's just that I understand. There's different phases in life. There's different phases in life, and people come with different things.
I think I'm at a different stage. I'm tired of. Well, I shouldn't be saying this, but I think I'm at the end of the road for dating women with children. I think I've had my fair share.
You're done.
I think I'm done.
Because you've done that. I haven't. So
Oh,
done.
you haven't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then
You'll see.
you'll see. Yeah, time will tell. Tahirys is her name.
Is it working? Good. No. If I can Instagram. That's funny.
Confessions of Love, baby, inside the Quiet Storm. Soft and warm, nice and comfortable. If you're taking a bubble bath, you're in the right place. If you are just driving, you're in the right place. And I thank you for letting me into your space. I'm hoping that Tahiry upon tonight will let me into her space, being so you like to relax to good music. And hopefully you'll allow me into your space as you wind down your days, because something tells me you could have some stressful days from time to time.
Absolutely. All the time. Work is stressful. So yeah, welcome.
Thank you. It took a mighty long time, but thank you. I really need to.
Oh no, it didn't. You've been in my space before.
Oh.
I've been home relaxing, and I hear the voice. So you've been there.
Oh, well,
you just
thank
didn't
you.
know it.
I didn't know, but
Please don't make me laugh.
We know. We know now. Tahiri has a hot new calendar. It's called Intimacy 2014. It is available. Please let everyone know once again, how can they get your calendar?
You can get the calendar on TahirysOnline.com.
Now, aside from this business venture, you are doing another business venture in New York. You are part of a ownership for an establishment. Tell me about this new venture that you're doing uptown.
Oh, it's been open now for some time. It's on 135th and 12th Avenue. It's 701 West 135th and 12th. It's called Suite 135, and it's a club.
Okay, great.
2 floors, 3 bars. Really, really pretty. And it's in Harlem, the zip code from where I was born and raised. Put it back home. So
That's wonderful.
Pretty
and
awesome.
You have star tenders in it?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm definitely coming.
I have really, 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 really beautiful and smart women working there. Yeah.
We will let everyone know that
Start
we're going
tenders.
before we go, because I want to just be in the vibe of it all.
Yeah.
I work hard, so I like to play a little harder.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can understand that.
Yeah, I can totally relate.
Let's talk about red flags in relationships. You said one of your red flags in relationship when it comes to sex was
sex.
the lack
of sex. Well, I'm talking from after you've been in a relationship for a long time with the person, and all of a sudden it just stops, or there's a lack of interest. That says a lot.
When I personally feel knowing that sex cannot be the primary thing in a relationship,
it's very important though.
It does play a big role.
Absolutely.
And when that leaves,
yeah,
do you think that could possibly lead to infidelity?
Absolutely.
Well, because they say that infidelity is not necessary. Affairs is not necessarily about sex. They say it's about desire.
Right. Exactly. They all go hand in hand.
Really?
Yes.
So the sex game is not up to par.
You
the
will
chances
cheat.
are
You're not being desirable. You're not being desired. All that spells I am going to cheat.
So what if one always wants to or has a healthy appetite, and the other one is very
If that happens from day one, then you already know who that person is. If it starts to happen.
That happens day one. You're out by day two.
Hey, some people you don't know. Some people, the relationships are different than others. Now, if you know who you're with and all of a sudden things start to change, let's say this person all of a sudden starts to get up and want to work out and start looking, and it just every day-to-day things that the norm in your relationship starts to change, that's a red flag, and that includes sex.
And lack of communication.
Oh, yes, lack of communication. Because I'm supposed to come home and say, if me and you do not have sex, I am going to cheat.
Whoa, that's not good.
Yeah, well, I'd rather a person say that than not say nothing at all. And you know what I'm saying? It's a lack of communication. A lack of in any relationship, just the word, the lack of, those words, that spells red
disaster.
Flag. Yeah.
Her name is Tahiri from Love and Hip Hop New York, and she is a vixen in many levels. Please continue to join us online inside the Quiet Storm as we sit back, sip, and relax with you. 107.5 WBLS. I am going to cheat if I don't get any sex.
Yeah, I'd rather that.
I
don't
hear
yell
you.
it that way, and then
What?
I'll just throw a pot and pan from across the room. How dare you?
So are you a cuddler?
I am such a cuddler. I have these dope cuddle sessions. I call them the cuddle sessions. No, seriously. Yeah, cuddling is important.
You said cuddle sessions.
Yeah, cuddle sesh. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I
cuddle
call it.
sesh.
Yeah, cuddle
What?
sesh.
Can you explain what this is?
I am big on cuddling.
Really?
I am big on cuddling. I swear to you, I'll cuddle with you. I might not give you none, but I will cuddle.
You're not gonna get the sex tonight, but I'll cuddle with you for the rest of the week.
No, even on a date, I'll be like, what? Yup. He probably is throwing a party in his head, and then he just gets the little spoon.
Well, you know what? Spooning, comfort.
I love cuddling. That's very important to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it filters right into it. Obviously, you appreciate the art of romance.
Yes.
That's something that's a lost art form these days. I mean, I don't know if people are romancing. I mean, obviously, people are having sex, but sex and romancing,
Two totally different things.
Totally different. And there's nothing wrong with having
Right.
sex,
Time
in my
and place
opinion.
for everything.
I agree. But I think as I've gotten older, I appreciate the full, from beginning to end, crescendo moment.
Listen. early Tahiri, today's Tahiri, tomorrow will always appreciate
Really?
that. Yeah, absolutely. But that's just, it's embedded in me. It's who I am.
Well, that tells me a lot about your
Yeah.
character, Miss Tahiri. Let's go back to relationship situations. If a person cheats, are they considered always be a cheater, or can there be reform here?
Oh, wow. Sheesh. Wow.
Are you
I
a
broke
person-
up with what?
No, go ahead. No, let me not stop.
I broke up with a person that cheated, and I just couldn't trust them anymore. Have I been with somebody who's cheated with me in the past and still forgave them and tried to work things out? I've done that also.
So, would you end up with somebody who cheated
I see, because it's just
with you?
that's so sticky.
Why is it sticky?
Because you can look at it in two ways. You can say, everybody makes mistakes, and you hope that he learns from it and you move forward. And the world isn't perfect. People are gonna make mistakes, especially when you're younger in a relationship. And
So it depends on how he cheats.
yeah, there's
what-
no. That's now we're giving it now. Not no. Look, cheater is a cheater is a cheater. I don't care if you're on the phone doing things you're not supposed to be doing with an individual. She wasn't physically there. You're a cheater.
So, well, they say you're cheating if you think it.
Yes,
So, I mean,
I agree. Oprah said that. I agree. You cheat.
So you can see a guy walk down the street and look at him in a lustful
You're
way.
emailing the chick and you're cheating. You're cheating. You're emotionally getting attached to someone. Now, emotionally cheating. Can we talk about just the difference in when you emotionally get attached to someone? It's worse than just going out there and having sex with someone you don't know.
Well, yeah, and that's why you would hear women say all the time, "Do you love him?" Because that's an emotional cheat.
That's attachment.
That's an attachment.
That's
Whole different
harder.
ballgame.
Yeah.
So if he came in here and said, "Well, I'm not in love with her, but it just happened," you can forgive that. Tell the truth, shame
Look,
the devil.
a cheater's a cheater's a cheater.
So you're not forgiving him.
No, I think a cheater's a cheater's a cheater, and it's just really hard because again, people make mistakes, and I've been in both situations, and I've cheated before.
But we would
Long time ago, no,
right.
like really long
Right.
time ago, my 20s or something. But
Right. I don't think you could.
what I'm saying to you is that when you love somebody, you don't cheat. You don't desire. You don't think the thoughts. Just the thought of you losing that person, kill you. Just you know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
so you wouldn't do it. So
that's-
you wouldn't do it.
That's mature thinking. That's mature love, and that's growth, and
Or-
that's a great
or
thing.
loving hard.
And loving with a commitment
Yes.
to one.
So a
A
cheater's
lot
a
of people.
cheater.
A lot of people love to love, but not with commitment.
My dad used to always say, "What do you want me to do? They just want me." And I'm like, "Dad, what?" He just loved them all. I'm like, "What?"
Well, you know what? You
Crazy.
can't love them all. I know
No, he
that.
was
You
loving
cannot
them
love
all.
Hey, look, shout out to Dad. I'm
Yeah,
not mad
Daddy's
at that.
crazy. Papa's a Rolling Stone, definitely. But yeah, cheater's a cheater
Okay.
in my book.
Let's let's swing to.
Have you cheated? Let's get into you. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay.
I have. You know what? Yes, I'll be honest. Yes, I have. I have
Well, you
cheated.
know what? So have I.
Yes. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you.
Please be honest with me.
I'm going to be honest with you. It led. I was being accused of cheating.
And so that
Before.
so that forced you to cheat.
If I'm going through arguments,
So you see how he justifies
no,
his cheating?
I didn't justify. I'm not.
And I always say that about men too. If you push him, eventually, even if he's not doing it, he's gonna wind up doing it.
If I'm going through hell, I'm being honest in this
I
relationship.
might as well do it, right?
Well, I'm getting accused and I'm not doing it. Think about
So
it.
then you did it because of that. That was your reason
That
behind
was one
it.
of the reasons. It wasn't planned. No, I didn't go out here with the intention to
Okay,
cheat.
so my question to you after that is, why was she not trusting you? She was thinking you must have.
I got caught.
No, well before
was
that,
sloppy.
but okay, so you got caught the one time cheating, and after that she didn't trust you, so she would always blame you.
No, she stayed with me,
Okay.
but the relationship, trust is like a piece of thread.
Yeah. That's another thing about women. If you are going to forgive somebody and then always bring it up, the relationship would never work. Like, you have to just put it up. You have to just let it go.
That's another big problem. If you can't forgive and forget, and I'm not saying you're going to forget,
Right.
but if you can't forgive,
What's the sense of staying in that relationship?
and what's the sense of forgiving
Yeah.
that person? Because if you keep throwing it up in front of their face and throwing it up in front
That
of,
happens a
especially
lot.
in an argument,
Women always do that. Like, I've done that. I'm guilty. I'll take it. I'll take that charge.
there you go.
But I learned again. Mature Tahiri understands that if I'm going to let it go, I'm going to let it go all the way.
Well, I
Things don't
respect
work.
that. Yeah, I mean,
So you know what I do?
no.
I leave. I don't let it go. A cheater's a cheater. You leave him. You let him go. You let him go.
Well, you know what? I respect you for doing that. A lot of people stay in situations that they shouldn't stay in because mainly a lot of folks don't want to be lonely. and we become complacent, and we become very, very comfortable. And men do it as well.
Yeah, well, no, I hug the pillow. I'd rather hug the pillow.
And cuddle with that pillow.
Yes.
Look, I'm not mad
And
at
listen
you.
to the Quiet Storm.
Yeah. You know what? We are a great way of getting around a lot of things. The Quiet Storm, baby. Every night, Monday through Thursday. If this is your first time checking it out, because Tahirys here tonight, I appreciate it, but don't let it be your last time. If the sex is boring,
Wow.
can you turn it around? Will you stay? Will you be committed if the sex is boring?
See, because here's the thing. I've thought about this a few times. Have you ever been with a person, and I'm asking you honestly, have you ever been with a person that she manages to make love to your brain before she even made love to you? So by the time she got there, the sex was amazing because she had already made love to your brain.
Is there such a woman left out here? Please let me know. Is there a woman available? Let me know. Please let me know. Is the star tender? One of the star tenders? Let me know.
Is that where
We
he wants
just
to
need-
find love?
No,
at
no.
the club?
I'm not trying to find love at the club. Trust me.
All right, so
So there is somebody out here like that?
I'm just saying that, and I've thought about this boring sex situation, and I'm like, okay, I've been in a situation where the man has mentally made love to my brain to where when it got physical, it was amazing. And then we broke up years later, and I went back, and I was like, I was no longer mentally connected.
Stimulated.
Yes, and the sex was like, this was really what I was.
Yeah.
So could that be the case where it's all about the connection you have with the individual? And then I've had boring sex, and then you try to give them the 101, and then that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think everything starts with men. Everything starts, and especially with women, mentally.
No, with men, I think you guys are more physical.
Well,
You guys
we
more.
We love the physical.
That's
There's
why
no
we
question
have the
about that.
intimacy.
And that's why I'm glad you have this intimacy. We like when you dress up. I often, encourage ladies, hey, look, meet your man at the door with your lingerie on.
With nothing on.
That's even better. That's even wonderful. If only the day will come. Hey, that's the best way to be. Really. I mean, you want to keep a spark. Do something. No, really. What's wrong with that?
And dinner, huh?
That is lovely. Or better yet, just can you make dinner with nothing on, or just with
Absolutely,
with just the stilettos and some
shock
boy
value.
shorts? That's all we
Good
need.
evening.
Oh, hello. There's never a dull moment from that point. We can't even have an argument. And if a guy has an argument with you and you are like that, you need to leave that dude immediately. I'm serious. You just need to leave him because he is just not the right one for you. We're going to go back on that. 107.5 WBLS. It's the Quiet Storm, soft and warm, nice and comfortable with the beautiful Tahiri from Love and Hip Hop New York. This has been a fun moment. I hope you guys been watching and enjoying us online tonight because the conversation has been quite enlightening. As a matter of fact, if you go back and rewind after a while, you'll be able to see and listen and watch the conversation that Tahiri and I have been engaging into, from sex to boring sex. And is it possible to stay? I don't think you answered that question, though.
No, but like I
Will
said,
you
it's
stay?
No, I wouldn't.
You're
say.
not going to stay if the sex is
I
boring.
wouldn't say- well-
You can't even teach her?
That's what I'm saying. I would probably do the 101. Give him the 101 course.
How many? Be honest with you.
I'm not
right?
taking him through a whole semester. I will not.
So how many opportunities will you give him?
I'm hoping.
Twice?
I mean, I've never been stuck in that situation, man.
And I don't want to talk about it for you to get stuck in that situation. I'm just kind
But
of
I
curious.
must say that I've not experienced that. However, like I said, some people are just mentally connected, and after you guys have that connection, that sex might, it should be incredible. And then you might lose that connection years later, and you go back to that same person, and the sex is really boring. So is it just is it a mental connection, or is it just I've never ran into just boring sex. I've been blessed. But would I stay? No, sex is very important. I probably would try to teach him the first time.
I gotta be honest.
But I would let him. I would let him come back and
Try.
absolutely
One more time.
Because it could have
One
been
more
just,
time at bat.
You know how
fellas. One more
sometimes you
time.
just you're cooking in the kitchen and the dish is off a little.
Yeah.
And that's their favorite dish. People have bad days, so then you let them come back and see if you can get it right.
Well, that one-time experience that I had,
I was gonna ask you, would you stay?
I did not really give her another chance after that. It was
Done?
a wrap. It was done.
You didn't let him come back and
No, it was a wrap.
wow.
No, no. I can't.
Well, I
But
probably
anyway.
would if we women are different.
And thank God, thank God. And I pray I never fall into that slump of boring because I can't even possibly imagine that. Look, Tahiri has a hot new calendar. Please go to your website
TahirysOnline.com.
and check it out. Will you be making a return to Love and Hip Hop?
Well, right now we're in. We're talking about it. We're going back and forth. We usually take a little break after every season. We regroup and then we sit together and see VH1, Mona Scott. Everybody sits together and see what's happening in your life today. And depending if it works out for both the network and myself, then it's looking like it's possible. It's looking like it's about to happen, though.
Well, I hope this time.
Right.
Now that we've breaking the ice, that you come back. I don't have to. I don't wait. I don't want to wait like another 2 more seasons before we sit down and chop it up.
Hmm?
Well, it took a minute for
I'm in the shop. I'm in the bath with the Patron and the candles, and you're
But see,
on
I
the
don't know this,
radio,
but see,
so you're always at home with me.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know until tonight.
Oh,
you know what
well.
I'm saying? See, now that I know every so
I
often.
know I'll definitely be here whenever you need me. I'm here.
Okay, now.
Virgo.
Yeah, at the top of the list, the bad list, though. That's for sure. Look, I am so proud of everything that you're doing. Before you go, do we have enough time? I just want to, if you can just tell me real quick, this wonderful charity thing that you're doing back home.
Yes, it's we're having a charity event May 8th at 9A. That's on 135th and 12th, and it's for the hospital wards in Dominican Republic for infants, women, children. We just need, donations to the bare essentials. Some of these women out there don't even have blankets or beds to lay in. Some of them don't even have money to go back home after giving birth. So pretty much we're holding the event here, and we're taking it personally to Dominican Republic in June.
Right.
And they're for the hospitals out there. So that's what we'll be doing May 8th at 9A.
Okay, May 8th. Can you make sure that you send my people that information?
Yes, we'll do. And I would love
promote
you guys can come. It's after work, by the way. So it starts at 5. It's over about 8.
That's the kickoff of Mother's Day weekend, as a matter of fact. So that's perfect. Perfect. Well, Tahiri, this has been an honor and a pleasure, and
Thank
I
you
wish
very much for
all
having
the
me.
best. And I want to give away one, fellas only. If you'd like to get 12 months of Tahiri on your wall, you need to give me a call. 1-855-453-6694. 1-855-453-6694. I'm following you, so
I will follow back.
please follow back. This has been nice.
Thank you.
Tahiri, inside the Quiet Storm. Let me tuck you in just a little bit. 107.5 WBLS.
I gotta laugh.
What?
Why are you not with the voice? Tuck me in. I'll take it.
When you were little, didn't you love when you got tucked in? I mean, I love getting tucked in.
I was impressed.
You were what?
Daddy never tucked me in.
Oh, okay, I got
Let me
you.
see. No.
Well, see, mom, yeah, I love tuck-ins, and I think it's great when you get tucked in.
I cuddle. I get
See,
it.
there you go.
Maybe
Exactly.
that daddy issues. That's why I like to cuddle.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's. Hey, look, cuddling is a wonderful thing, and you should never stop cuddling. Continue to be the hopeless romantic
That I am.
that you are.
Lord.
But what's wrong with
It's
that?
true. It's true. But that's who I am. So.
Despite of whatever bumps and bruises you might get along the.
I should have threw in the towel, and I'm still not,
No, don't
so.
throw in the
I'm
towel.
not. I'm
No.
never.
I think you're bringing a lot to the table.
I'm
you know.
never gonna throw in the towel.
Tahiri is her name. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you got a lot of information from this. We'll see you soon. All right.
This was fun.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming by.
Now is definitely not the time for a headache. That's why you want fast-acting Addy. It has fast